All right, guys, Tattoo for You, Richard here. It's on this beautiful Thursday. It's a Thursday, but hopefully, if my experiment works right, you'll be seeing this on Friday because I'm gonna do a video today and schedule it to upload tomorrow. What? I'm gonna attempt to do something fancy on the interwebs with the computer thingy. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Let's get closer. So yeah, I'm gonna do that, and hopefully, if my experiment works right, you'll be seeing this on a Friday. If you're seeing it earlier, you might want to pause the video for a minute, call a friend, ask what day it is, and make sure you're not stuck in a temporal vortex of some sort, and you're really seeing this early because it came out on a Friday. But if that's not the case, and you're really seeing it on like a Thursday, like today, Thursday, then my experiment didn't work. But hopefully it's on Friday and you're seeing it then. And I'll probably do more of these to help me out just a little bit. But yeah, so we're going to start a new series called Forge World Friday, since you saw that I've got quite a bit of Forge World in, which will be the first and last for a while until I can afford more. And I do have just made myself a goal to get at least one of every Tau Forge World piece they have. And that includes the Manta. Yes. It's only $100 a month for a little over a year. By this time next year, I could have it. But seriously, that ain't gonna happen. But it could. So anyway, yeah. So today we're gonna start with the candy piece, the delicious mouth-watering goodness of the Supremacy suit. But warning, this will be the last time you see it for quite a while. I'm going to get it out. I'm going to bust it out. We'll do the unboxing today of it. And then I'm going to pack it up and put it away. Because I don't want to mess with it anymore until I get some of the other stuff done. And the Supremacy suit, I mean, look at it. It's huge. It costs a bit of change. It's definitely a centerpiece to an army. So you want to take as much time with it as you can. What I will do is once a week on a Friday, we'll do an unboxing video, and then the progressive Fridays after that, I will proceed on working on that model. More than likely, I will probably have already pre-recorded the footage, because, like, dude, the technical drones, honestly, I cleaned those and put it together last night. I mean, that took no time at all. So I'll just show you those. But the Tetra, it's the same way. It's a model that's not going to take me any time to put together. I can put it together in an hour. So yeah, I'll do that, and then I'll probably, it'll be through the painting of that model too. I'll show other probably little candy bits in between, in the middle there, in between there, or in the same videos. I'll show like little other bits and pieces if I'm working on the Town R or not, which I probably won't, man. I'll probably get through all the stuff that I have. I have the technical drones, the Tetras, the Remoras, the Varna, and then the Supremacy suit. I have those 5 things to go through. So like I said, I'll just stick to one at a time and go through it. If I get to a point where I've built the model and I'm bummed out, not really in the mood to paint it, I may jump in and throw in a video for something else, you know, an unboxing one to show you the kits. But anyway, I've rambled on long enough. Backdrop's different, obviously. I've over at the kitchen table because I just got done scrubbing the last bits of Forge World, which was the Supremacy suit, scrubbing off the mold release and all that jazz. So when I was doing it at the kitchen table, just because. But I'm going to move back over to my normal spot, get set up, and then you'll see me table down here in a second. See you in a minute. Alright guys, so here we are. I'm running a headset through my phone, so let's see if this works out pretty good. But anyway, so when you buy the Town R, which is what we're going to do the unboxing for first, and again, like I said, this will be the last time you see it for a while because I'm going to put it away. When you get it, you get 4 boxes. You've got the 3 weapons, and then the main box is the body. So since I got the one that comes with the 2, you get the 2 different arm choices. You get the ion cannon and the fusion eradicator. They come in separate boxes, obviously. I don't know if you were to get the other one, they would put both in one box. Both ion cannons in one box or both fusion eradicators in one box. I have no idea. But that's how it comes. And then your other box over here is your multi-driver. That's the big tri-blast cannon thing on the back. So yeah, so here it is. We are going to unbox these individually and talk a little bit about them. So yeah, let's do this. All right, so here we go. First off, is the ion cannon. You've kind of already seen this because I got one off eBay for 20 bucks. So that way when I got this, I'd be able to do the dual options. This is the one I got from eBay. That's it all put together. I kind of showed you, give you the goods first, but comes bubble wrapped. Empty box. You get your instructions, which you've seen before. This one didn't have it in there. I'll show you in the other ones what they all came with. But here's your bubble wrap. Here, hold on one second, guys. There we go. I wanted to give it a little better backgrounding and get the bubble wrap out of the way. So, comes with your typical Forge World bag. I say typical. It's not like I've ever had these before. But I'm just going to do it real quick on this one since I have already shown it before. But here's all your pieces. So you have your shoulder, and then your shoulder cap, or cover, the armor. You know, they snap on together like that, and so you have your 3 cannon pieces. 3 cannon pieces. There it is. And then these go on the outside, little detail bits. There's one more over here. And then more detail bits for the cannons. You have your actual shoulder part with the pre-drilled holes for the magnets. And I recently picked up all the magnets I need for it. And then here you have the back part of the cannon, and then this is the other side to complete it. So it's going to go on there pretty much like that. So, but yeah, that's the ion cannon. Got these bad boys cleaned up really good. All the mold releases off of them. The next step will be like cutting off all the gates and everything, and then sanding down what I need to, which you'll see that in my my next video for when I do the Tetra, because I already started that one a little bit. I probably should have waited and showed you as I did it, but you get a little overzealous. So yeah, that's my first one. And again, I'll just show you this real quick since it is put together. This is what you get when you build it all up. So here's this, magnets mounted, put in there. Your cannon. This can tilt. I think once I get paint on there over time, that'll probably be a little stiffer until it wears. But hopefully the weight isn't too heavy to keep it constantly tilted down and won't raise it up or whatever. I will have to pick the position I want it at. Now this is easy to go on either side because you just rotate this whichever side you want it on. So I will pick a dedicated side whenever I get it done. And maybe eventually pick up another fusion eradicator to go with it. So yeah, that is that. Let's get the next box. I'm going to pause real quick so I can get kind of steady. Alright, so I went ahead and switched sides or angles and whatnot and go ahead and do this so we don't have like a 30-minute long video. I don't know, you don't want to see that for that long. But here we have the fusion eradicator. Comes in the same box and everything. I went ahead and pulled all the parts out. Comes with your guide to building resin model kits. Been autographed by a feller over there, checked it in. got all your everything you need to know to do it: tools, glues, guides, assembly, how to fix bent parts and things like that, warped parts. I'll go over all that stuff later in like the building videos, even like the magnetizing part, because I have a magnetizing system that I'd like to share with people, and I actually got it from somebody else. So here you have the Supremacy Suit instructions, the Eradicator instructions. It's again a universal fit for the arms. It's this point up here determining on which side you put it on, however you face it. Since I only have one, I'm gonna pick a side and leave it, and then I'll do my extra ion arm the same way so they can be interchangeable. I really don't want to magnetize every single thing. Here you have your parts list. Here you have your step-by-step instructions, obviously. Here's the finishing of the instructions. I really like this. It's the pre-drilled holes, and it tells you in here what magnets to use. 6x2mm and 8x2mm. That way you can remove everything. And the body itself, once we get to there, it even has the corresponding holes on them as well. Yeah, so then you got your final piece. Fennel piece? You got your fennel piece. And there you go. There's that. So what I'm going to do is going to open this up, set it here, and move on to the unbagging. These are still a little bit wet. I'm gonna let them dry out more. But of course you have your gates. Everything comes on gates. This is one of the Fusion Eradicator barrels. And the Eradicator casing. You have your fuel system piece, which is essentially the back housing. I'll kind of set it up to the way it should go. You have your actual Fusion Eradicator, is what it's called in the booklet. So that's like your main arm piece. That's where all the barrels hook up to, and your pivot points. So that's going to go roughly here. Here's your pivot points. You've seen those already. They're universal to all of them. Arm joints, and of course the shoulder pad. Oh, and your pivot, your actual pivot point. Here is the other half of the casing that goes around the pivot point and one of the Fusion barrels. I'll show the others here in a minute so you can get a little better look at the barrels. And then, of course, you come with 5 total Fusion barrels. So, the detail on these is super chill, man. Forge World, I definitely have no like beef with them or no. Yeah, there's nothing about them I can say really terrible. I mean, I've had a few miscast pieces on the Tetras that were really bad. But it's a lot of the smaller, thinner parts on the Tetras. And they're older, too, so the molds could be all janky. But anyway, this is your Fusion Eradicator. It's a really nice-looking gun. I like it. It reminds me of the little suit with the Fusion Eradicators, the smaller ones. It's just a single cannon. These are bigger for sure. But there's that piece. This is one arm. I'm going to pause. Now we have the multi-driver. The big back beast of a cannon. So, what we have here, same thing. Another little checkoff sheet. An instruction booklet, and there's what your finished piece is going to look like. I don't know if this one has any preset magnet points. No, it does not. So, more stuff. Here's your instruction booklet. All your parts. All the how-tos. And your step-by-steps. Now, let's get to the bits. Let's start with a little bag of goodies. I didn't have this one pulled out yet. But here you have, this is going to be your the back piece. This is going to mount to the back of the Taunar. These pieces are going to go on there once it's cleaned off on either end. Sorry, I got my big hand in the way. So it'll go on either end like so. Now when I get to these, I will definitely do a build video on this guy. Pieces at a time. I'll probably do individual videos for different parts of it, like guns, legs, arms, such and so forth. So now we have the multi-driver. This is one. You get 3 of these. I can't really stand it up because it's off camera. But let's just put it this way. It's about... Do I have anything I can grab easily? Here, let's just grab Miss Mira here. Or anybody familiar with the... Oh, I'm sorry, that probably was horrible in your ear. Here is the Storm Surge cannon. Go around this. Here's the multi-driver. So it's a pretty big little dude there. This is a big gun too, but I mean that's huge. For example, here is Riptide. Here is the cannon. Sorry about all the junk in the background. We're cleaning out a van. So yeah, there's the Riptide. Look, that is literally probably 1.5 high. So let's just reset back the way it was. Sorry, guys. I'm gonna pause. Hold on. So yeah, you get 3 of these. And 3. You get 3 of the actual cannon itself. You get these pieces here. Where is my book? So I can say the names of it. You ever been just really unprepared? That's like me every day. So you have your pulse drivers. You have your power supply piece. Let me hold it by the gate so you can get the full view. And the conversionist in me is already seeing possibilities for so many of these pieces. But who wants to spend that money to get another one and cut it up to pieces? Here you have pulse capacitors off screen. Yep, there you go. Here's your pulse capacitors. And what these do is, I'm going to try to adjust the lighting over here a little bit. There we go. So here you have this. It's going to attach here in the back. I have to trim this gate off right here. But that's going to go off in there like that. And then your capacitors all go right there in a row. So yeah, here is the wonderful driver cannon. The multi-driver. Let's go to the next piece. Alright, so the last box in the business is this guy. This is the main body. It's a large size box. I think it's a little bit bigger than the Imperial Knight box. But here it is. The Supremacy Armor body. So I'm going to pause and open it up. It comes with 3 bags inside. Alright guys, so here we go. This is everything that's inside the box. You have your instructions. You have your base. It's 6 inches, whatever that breaks down to in millimeters. I don't know off the top of my head right now. Excuse me, sorry. That's math. I don't want it to do math in this early in the morning, or usually ever. You get 3 bags of goodies. You got this bag here is support systems, little detail bits, the heads, and whatnot. Here you have your main upper body. And this big old bag here is all your legs. So what I'm going to do is step back in there. Here's your instruction booklet. I'm going to kind of fly through the booklet real quick, man. But there's all your parts. You got your upper bits, your 2 support system guns. I was looking at it and seeing, I don't know if I magnetize these or not. When we get down to it, I'll show you, I guess. Um, yeah, I don't know, man. I'm debating on whether or not I'm going to magnetize that because it's the what if later on they just say you can put fragmentation uh, grenade launcher thing on there, or fusion blasters, or plasma guns on there, or something. Like it's an option you can get later on. I'd like to be able to magnetize that so I could do that. Your legs, all your leg bits. There is so much you can do in here. Here's the rest of your stuff, your normal stuff, how you cut your gates off. Here's your foot. Over here is a sample picture of the posability of it. You know, here's you have straight up and down. Here you have it taking a step. Here you have it kind of lunging forward. So you break down all your pieces. Here's the leg and crotchal region built. Here you have your upper body build, and then it all put together. It tells you how to put the stabilizing jets in there. I noticed what's funny is the stabilizing jets on this are smaller than the ones on the Storm Surge, which is interesting. You would almost think they would be bigger, this being a bigger model. So anyway, let's get into this first bag, so I don't make a ridiculously long video. So here you have, it comes with your 2 rocket pods, missile pods, which I guess technically it's 4, but your 2 little pieces, 1 for each side. And you have your 2 different turret parts for the support weaponry, the little burst cannons it comes with. You get your 2 burst cannon pieces, or 2 separate burst cannons. One has the post, and then it connects to the other side, so you can run it through here and it can pivot. Again, like I said, I might do away with that and just put a magnet on there, so that way I can have options later on, or even just options for looks. I'd tend to do that. Here's the rest of your burst cannon bits, the 4 of them. Not 100% sure what this is yet. Let me open my book, see if I can find your piece. So, okay, here we go. So we have here, in the middle there, focus. Oh, look at that. It did it with me telling it. That's right, phone. You know what I'm talking about. So, yeah. That middle piece right there is for the chest. It's this little thing right here. It's a little sensor node or whatever. Little ball that kind of goes in this little socket joint. So I'm sure you can put it however you want to put it, rotate it, whatever, you know, so you can have it look in a certain way. Could be good possibilities for someone more skilled than I to drill out that large one, or drill out all of those little holes in there, mount a small LED in there, and then 2 fiber optic cables maybe. I don't know, it's not focusing again. And then just have them drilled all the way out so it comes all the way through, and then into the main part of the body, because the body cavity is pretty hollow. You could probably feed some wires in there real well and just run it down. Or even do a little switch in the back where you turn it on and you just kind of give yourself a little light up accent. Sometimes those light up accents tend to get overdone a bit. But, oh, these pieces here are your foot pieces. For here, they connect into this. So you can give yourself a little bit of a pivot and adjustment on it. And slide that back. Here's one of your feet, your toes. It's the outside ones. You get 2 of those in this bag, obviously. Then we have your support thrusters. And like anybody who's put the Storm Surge together, you look at that, those are small. That's one. That is a tiny one. You get 4 of them. One of them already fell off the gate, obviously. You have your little smaller toes. You have more parts to the foot, or this will be the calf area. It connects to your knee joint, actually. It's going to be this piece right in here. Connects to your knee joint. Good gosh, this part's on 6 minutes already. Whew. Need to bustle this up a tad. Here's your ankle joint. Your 2 ankle joints. Here you have this piece here goes to your support turrets again. And then this right here is another one of those little fusion generator things that goes in the back for looks, for details. And then it comes with 2 head options. Now, at first glance, these look the exact same. At second glance, you'll notice the fronts are different. You have a straight, and then you have one that's just a little M look to it, you know, kind of curves in on the bottom. Both are really cool, but I like the fact that I have 2 heads, because 2 heads, why not? So, that is the one bag. I'm going to make a pile over here. Now let's go on to the smaller bag. Smaller, bigger bag. It's only got a few parts in it. So here you have your main body. So look at this thing. It's huge, man. That's where you put your head. Here's for your underslung turrets. You have each side. Right there. And then there's your magnetizing spots. So I'm sure in the booklet it tells you what size to use. Obviously the same size as the other one. And they're pre-drilled holes, so you're good to go. Here's the other side, same thing. Your spot for your little support thrusters. So yeah, there's that. That is the body, man. I wish I had this in a way I could show you the size of it, but I mean this is pretty big, dude. I'm impressed. I likes the sauce. Now I'm gonna pause and get the legs out. All right, so here we go. Get on to this part. So what we have here, this is more parts of the top, the upper torso. These are going to be your shoulder pieces up here and here. And that's the part that the multi-driver is going to connect to. It fits in there, so I'm assuming you can kind of adjust where you want to put it, which for me is probably going to involve pinning with some heavy, sturdy pins. Putting pins on the bottom, and then that way I can plug it in or tilt it down and plug it in if I need to. It depends it depends overall on what it looks like when I'm down and dirty putting it together. Excuse me, sorry. Yeah. Here's the other one, the second one. So you get 2 of those, one for each side. Here you have your knees, the actual knees to the beast. 2 of those guys. Wicked little train wheels looking pieces here. And with that, you get your thighs. Here are your big old thighs. I mean, that alone, dude, look at the size of that. That's about the height of a crisis suit. I don't have a crisis suit, but I can do one better. The Commander. Yes, I started painting the Commander. But look at that. Look at the size of that. This thigh is roughly the size of the Commander. Look, peekaboo. Woohoo. You can't see me. Yeah, that thing is huge. That is huge. Holy crap, it's huge. So yeah, here are your 2 thigh pieces. With your knee joints, which are going to go on in there. Kind of this keyed in spot. They'll slide in here and key into that. 2 thighs. Here's your hip joint. Piece of flash on there. Everything still has the gates on it. I haven't trimmed it down, and I'm not gonna until I actually start building it. I will not record a video of me doing that because it's really super boring. But yeah, So here's your thighs. So roughly there, so you're looking at that, man. Then you add the foot on there. So this is going to stand about that tall. It's going to stand taller than a riptide if it was just standing straight up upright. Just to the hip, you know. Obviously, it's going to stand taller than a riptide completely. Durr. Way to go, Richard. You're being silly again. Here's a crotch cover. Because, well, we all need a crotch cover. You don't want to see that in there. Knee joint. Your waist piece. So you got your crotch, lower leg piece. This goes in there. And then here is the top section. This will go on there. And your upper torso mounts all around this. So here's your waist section. Nice ball joint. So you can get that posing action of it. Again, it's one that's like, man, what do I want to do? I'll have to pick a pose and then just stick it that way, I guess. But that lends to some good posability. I wish I didn't have this gate on there, because then I can show you like the easiness, like putting that on there. So you tilt this way, you can tilt that way, and just get a really nice pose, man. Really, like when I draw and I draw comic book characters, I'm all about the dynamicness of the pose. So yeah, anyway, here's your back part of your torso. That's where that little fusion generator goes. Everything builds on and clamps all around this. So it's like semi-hollow. You have this section in here that it fills up. But I was saying, when I used to draw, I really like drawing just super dynamic poses, man. I mean, why not? You want them to be as epic as possible. So that's what, you know. I like the fact that these models, you can somewhat be that. Somewhat do that with them. Here you have your calves. These are some small calves. Look at the baby calves. So they key in pretty well to here. And then that other little smaller piece that was in the other bag goes back here. So I guess I can kind of give you an idea. So you're going to have something like that. And you have your little ankle ball joint piece. This is for the toes. So you can have that connecting on there to kind of give you a generalized idea of what it's going to look like. Like, this is a big old tease, you know. This is your wife or girlfriend walking out of the bathroom is what this is right now. After a shower. Yeah, I went there. Apologize. So here we go. Like I said, the calf piece. It's got a little support thruster down there. So here you have your actual foot. This is where the ball joint goes from earlier. And then here is like one of the toes. The large main toe. And it's set up too to go in like so. And that gives you that pivot. So if you want to do it doing an epic step, you better have some pinning skills going on. So that way, like if you wanted to have this up off the ground a little bit, you can tilt it. And I'd probably run a pin in here. Maybe still have this toe slightly connected to the ground. And then run a pin in there so you can mount it to your base and really give it some good stability. But the range of motion on this thing is really cool, man. You can do some awesome poses with it. And I think that's going to be my issue. Like, what am I going to do? What shall I do? Do I want it like this or do I want it like that? Is this going to make me wish I had another one? Which it already does. So, yeah. Guys, that is my video. That's my unboxing. Like I said, this guy will be boxed up and put away for a while. The first video you'll see is going to be Tetras. And I will do a series video on those, putting them together, building them, painting them, and so on and so forth. I might combine those and condense them all down in one because they're so small. Like build and paint all in one video. We'll see how it comes out. I don't want to rush myself on any of these Forge World models. They are a bit more expensive, so You want to take your time on them. Sorry, I got distracted. A little cleaning to be done on that guy. Still, little bits and pieces. But man, these are exquisite kits, dude. I mean, they are worth every bit of the penny you pay for them. If you get a chance, I was extremely lucky to get this. I have a super cool wife. We did our taxes. We got back a little bit of money on our tax returns, so we like to take a little bit of that money and spend it on ourselves a bit, just to kind of make up for the stressful years we have. And yeah, so I chose to get these. I chose to spend money on forgeworld. And I didn't even get all of what I had in my cart. I had a Tyranid piece for my little girl. I wanted to get her the big, either the Harridan or the Hierophant, but the Hierophant was out of stock, or I probably would have threw it on there and got it. I'm watching one on eBay right now that somebody put together and they stripped it, and I might pick it up for. Right now, it's going for $50, but I don't want to talk about it because I don't want to draw attention to it. But yeah, and the Harridan, I didn't want to spend that much money on it right now, so I was going to get her the Carnifex with the wrecking claws or wrecking balls. This looks sick, and I thought it'd be so cool painted up in that ice motif, and giving it some glossing to make it look like a giant ice ball. And then I was going to get my other little girl for her Eldar army, one of the Night Titan variants, just because I like the way they looked. The black one, I can't remember what it's the Skatarch or something like that. Skatarchi, I don't know, something or other. Anyway, they look cool, but I was like, no, I'm gonna wait, and I didn't want to go blow through all the money I had set aside. So I went ahead and just got my main things for my Tau army to play with for now, and I'll get them their stuff later. But yeah, guys, this is it. I hope you enjoyed. Sorry it ran long. I hope I didn't lose you halfway through there. But, yeah, I'm going out of town this weekend. I'll definitely throw some videos up while I'm out there. They probably won't be super hobby related. But it'll just kind of show you where I'm at in the peaceful land. I might take the X-Wing game out there, see if I can get a bat rep in. Probably won't happen, but I'm going to take it anyway, and we'll see. So, anyway, guys, love you. Y'all rock. Until we meet again, have a wonderful, happy nerd life. Talk to you later, buddies. Bye.